Tristan with Nerdette's Newsstand, and before I get into the update about JD and AH, I want to tell you about a stream next week. Now, normally I stream every Sunday around 6 p.m. I've been getting better about doing it at the right time, but next weekend I will not be. And that is because I will be on Dr. Soup's channel, and she was on mine a few weeks ago, doing a Art of Elysian stream for charity. Now, there's already been nearly $1,500 raised, and they're hoping for more. There is t-shirts on sale. There is an art contest. There is a bunch going on in the Justice for Johnny community. And this is going to be big. There's going to be a lot of awesome guests there. I will put the link to Dr. Soup's channel and the link to the art contest and to the t-shirts and to the Art of Elysium all in the pinned comment so you can check it out, because it's definitely going to be fun, but it's all going towards a really good cause, towards Jennifer Howell and her stuff that she is doing with the Art of Elysium. So that's just the hardest word to say. Even so, it is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. Make sure you guys subscribe to her, and definitely show up next Sunday. It will be fun. They'll be showing art and talking, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So let's talk about what is actually going on. And right now there is a bit of an update from Courthouse News that we're going to take a look at. And it doesn't look great. It could just be an issue of Johnny not giving the correct information so far. Basically, what we're seeing is that her attorney, AH's attorney, says that he hasn't shown any damages. No damages, according to them, were done by the opt-ed. Now, I think one thing he's going to have to prove, and it's been up for discussion in the past few weeks, is if he was actually fired from Disney. Now, I know you're rolling your eyes. Of course he was. But if he was actually fired because of the opt-ed and the optics and how it looked. Now, of course, a lot of us know that he was. That is why he was taken away from that Jack Sparrow role. But he has to prove it. I think the proof is basically that he was fired 4 days later. 4 days. It didn't take long. And the backlash ensued. But I am curious to see how he is going to be able to prove it. I think in that situation, maybe circumstantial evidence will be enough. I don't know. But he's also going to have to prove other damages up to a loss of income for $50 million. So it says, Fairfax, Virginia, 2 years into the high-profile defamation case, actor JD has yet to fully produce underlying financial documents showing that he suffered a loss after AH wrote her editorial and described her truth, her story, right? And on court on Friday, Judge Penny Azcarte held a hearing with legal terms for both actors to determine which documents are needed regarding Depp's finances, past drug and alcohol abuse, and the value of any gifts or payments he may have made to the people on his witness list. Now, this is kind of important. Basically, right now, what they're talking about is if he gives person A a gift, say he bought them a car and it was $25,000, and they're on his witness list, it's going to look like bribery. So they want to know not every, cup of coffee or date or dinner that they had, but any sort of gift. And they actually do put a monetary amount on it. Says one of Heard's lawyers, Benjamin Rotten, described JD as a serial litigator who blames others for his problems. And that's another thing that she said quite a bit, right? Just because you repeat something over and over doesn't necessarily make it true. Depp's lawsuit demands $50 million, and he needs to prove his damages. Now, Depp's attorney, for their part, contend is lying about their client's behavior. Other than the 35-year-old Aquaman actress, there is no woman on this planet. Yes. And there's women that have actually spoke out about this who have accused Depp of any physical violence. And we know this. There's actually quite the opposite of that. It says, it goes on basically to talk about what exactly happened. And I think we all know. But it says the complaint filed in Virginia, where the Post is printed, recounts that 4 days after the editorial was published, Disney then announced that they were dropping Depp for Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean sequel. Now, I don't know what's actually going on with that. I thought they were kind of rebooting it with, I think, Margot Robbie, maybe doing a female version. I'm not sure. So it says, in court Friday, Heard's attorney pointed out that the list of potential witnesses for Depp includes people who are either employed by the actor or within his orbit, or may have received gifts or payments. And the attorney says, they're entitled to see that. So he basically, Benjamin Chew basically came back and said, that's going overboard. These people shouldn't have to tell you their salary for one or every cup of coffee that JD bought them. So Judge Penny basically put a monetary amount on it, right? She set the threshold at $5,000 for gifts. That's a pretty substantial gifts or payment that must be disclosed. The judge said lawyers can't ask about salaries. And I think that's really smart. I don't think that is necessary to actually have to go into this to ask about salaries. Now, if he really did want to be sneaky, I guess is the best way to say it about it, without having to ask for salaries, he would be able to then up their salary, and it wouldn't be able to be talked about in court if he was, trying to do something. There's easy ways to get around this, but the problem is, the main issue here is him proving his damages. Now, of course, I very seriously doubt he will get anything from Disney that says, that is why they fired him. So he's going to probably have to rely on some sort of circumstantial evidence. And then, of course, in the time from when she did the original op-ed till now, there hasn't been, and it's very clear, there hasn't been any big roles. And that should, at least show that there is missing money that could have been made, but it is not because of AH. And also, a big, easy one for him to prove is Fantastic Beasts 3. That's easy. That there's no debating that. They came out and said they didn't want him. They had to get rid of him. But I don't know how much he lost because he did have to get paid. So anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think about this. I don't think it's necessarily anything to worry about. I just think it's, prove the documents, bring them up. It's easy, get it done with, and then move on to the next, hurdle that comes, because there will be some, I am sure. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys check out the charity live stream next Sunday on Dr. Soup's channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.